Is your JBL soundbar muting unexpectedly? This frustrating issue is actually quite common, but fortunately, it's often fixable with some simple troubleshooting steps. The most common symptom is that your soundbar will suddenly go silent, often during quiet scenes in movies or between songs, leaving you scrambling to restore the audio. The primary culprit is often overzealous power-saving features built into modern soundbars. These features are designed to conserve energy, but they can be too aggressive, muting the soundbar during quiet periods in movies or between songs. Before diving into complex solutions, let's start with the fundamental checks that solve most muting issues. First, ensure your soundbar is actually powered on. Look for the power indicator light. A white light means the soundbar is on and ready, while an amber or orange light indicates it's in standby mode. Next, make sure you have the correct input source selected on your soundbar. Many soundbars have multiple inputs like HDMI, optical, or Bluetooth. Also verify that the volume is turned up on both the soundbar itself and your connected device like your TV or gaming console. Cable connections are critical, especially if you're using HDMI ARC. This diagram shows how devices connect through your TV to the soundbar. Make sure all HDMI cables are firmly connected and that you're using the ARC-labeled ports on both your TV and soundbar. If the basic checks don't resolve the issue, try power cycling your devices. This process clears temporary glitches that might be causing the muting problem. Power cycling resolves many temporary software glitches and reestablishes proper communication between your TV and soundbar. This simple process fixes the majority of muting issues. When basic troubleshooting doesn't resolve your JBL soundbar muting issues, it's time to dive deeper into audio settings, reset procedures, and firmware updates. First, let's configure your HDMI ARC connection properly. HDMI ARC allows audio to flow back from your TV to the soundbar through a single cable. Ensure your HDMI cable is connected to the ARC-labeled ports on both your TV and soundbar. The ARC port is specifically designed for audio return functionality. Next, enable HDMI CEC in your TV settings. This feature may have different names depending on your TV brand, such as AnyNet Plus for Samsung or Bravia Sync for Sony. Configure your TV's default audio output to route sound to your JBL soundbar. Look for audio output settings in your TV's sound menu. In your TV's digital sound out settings, experiment with auto or pass-through modes. These settings determine how audio signals are processed and sent to your soundbar. If HDMI ARC continues to cause problems, consider using an optical cable as an alternative connection method. However, this may limit your ability to control volume with your TV remote. If audio settings don't resolve the issue, try resetting your soundbar. There are two types of resets, soft reset and factory reset. For a soft reset, which resolves temporary glitches, hold the source and power buttons simultaneously for over 3 seconds on some models. For a factory reset, which clears all settings, the general method is holding volume down, volume up, and source buttons simultaneously until reset appears on the display. Different JBL models have specific reset procedures. For example, the Bar 500 requires pressing volume minus, volume plus, and source simultaneously until the LED flashes. Finally, ensure your soundbar has the latest firmware. Firmware updates fix bugs, improve performance, and resolve compatibility issues that can cause muting problems. For automatic updates, connect your soundbar to the internet via Wi-Fi or Ethernet. The soundbar will check for and install updates automatically when available. For manual updates, download the firmware file from the JBL website, create a folder named UPG on a USB drive, and copy the firmware file to this folder. To initiate the manual update, hold the power and volume down buttons simultaneously for 10 seconds. The display will show updating, and the soundbar will reboot when complete. These advanced troubleshooting steps should resolve persistent muting issues with your JBL soundbar. Remember to check audio settings first, try resets if needed, and keep your firmware updated for optimal performance.